Hello, how are you guys? It's Megan and Alfie. I hope you guys had a great Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate this holiday season. I'm so tired from the holidays, but I wanted to come on and say hello to everybody and see what was happening. Looking for my comb as usual. He's always dying to be the first one to be brushed. Alfie, come on, baby. Look. Do you look like a little disaster? Yes. So, guys, tell me about it. How was your holiday this year? I had some of my family over, and I actually hosted the holiday at our condo, which was really nice, but it gave me more of an appreciation for how much work my mom actually does each and every holiday season. Oh my goodness, you're a good boy, Alfie. Hi, Poppy. What are you doing holidays? I'm always so curious what you guys did as well. The puppies had a great holiday and they loved having everybody come here. And also just the fact that they didn't need to get in the car this year. They were also super excited. Guys, welcome to Yorkie Storytime Live. I'm Megan Graham and I have my 3 Yorkies with me. They're kind of like hiding here a little bit. So I'm going to tilt my monitor down a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. Alfie is so excited. So every time they get groomed, they know they're just about to go out on their walk. So they get super, super excited about it. And it's pretty warm in Boston today. I think it's 42 degrees. So it's super, super warm out there. Guys, if you're on today, I'd love it if you wanted to pop on and say hello and tell me who's on. Tell me if you have a Yorkie. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them into the chat as well. I figured I would just pop on to say hi today. I've been kind of low energy, so excuse I'm a little bit quieter than usual, just because I've been a little bit more on the tired side this week. Hello, little Alfie. You're such a good boy. You are such a good boy, aren't you? Oh, you gotta stay still. Come on. Such a good boy. Hi, Poppy. You're a good girl too? Well, guys, we've got a pretty quiet group today. I may hop off the chat if nobody feels like chatting today. I usually just talk if there are other people here talking as well. But if nobody's really up to talking today, then I'm probably just going to pop off and do some other stuff. I always like to say hi and see if anybody has any questions and things like that. But I feel like I don't usually just talk if it's just me, just because it's kind of boring for me. So if you guys have anything that you want to chat about, feel free to hop on the chat and let me know. I don't really know because I can't see who's on here if you guys don't let me know who's here. But I'll give it another minute or two and then I'm just going to pop off the chat if nobody's chatting today. Alfie, you're such a good boy. You're such a good puppy. Hello, Tipsy. How are you? Sorry, it's been so spotty when I hop on. I just popped on today and I wasn't really sure if I was going to because I've been super, super tired. But I just decided I would just pop on anyway. How was your holiday? Tiff, mine was really, really nice. I hosted it at my condo here in Boston, which was really fun, but it was so hard to get. I mean, it's always super, I don't know why my computer just sort of like opened up another window. Just gonna close that. Sorry, guys. So I always keep my condo really clean and fresh and things like that. But I extra cleaned it because my brother and his girlfriend and her daughter came over for the holidays. So I was just getting everything ultra clean and special and ready. And it took me a couple of days to get everything ready. Plus, I was really, really busy because Christmas week is a super busy time at my hair salon. For those of you guys that don't know, I own a hair salon right in Boston. So that was also a really busy time for me. So I really liked Christmas. It was so nice. But I'm kind of glad it's over because it was really tiring. How was your Christmas though? I didn't get to be with my husband just because he had to work at his ski shop. So I really missed my husband on Christmas, but such is the nature of him being really, really busy in the wintertime. Hello, Jackie. How are you? It says hi, Megan, for babies and everyone in the chat. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Jackie, I had a super nice Christmas. How was yours? The puppies and the cat had a really good Christmas. The cat was pretty funny. He was, I don't want to say attacking people, but he definitely is a little bit territorial of the house. So I think he was giving love bites. He wasn't like being mean or anything, but he really is such a character, that cat. But I think everybody had a really good time. Um, my we had a 15-year-old here who was super, super cute, very talkative and friendly and things like that. So that was nice as well. I think the animals didn't know exactly what to make of her, but they liked all the extra attention and things that they got. I'm also always on the alert to make sure that people aren't feeding the dogs anything that they're not supposed to have during the holidays, which I think my brother does most of the time. So I try to stop it, but yeah, it was a really good holiday. Tiff says, mine was okay. I was so sick during the holiday. It's been almost 4 weeks now. I can't seem to shake this cold. Oh no, Tiff, do you have the cold or just a cold? I feel like even if it's just a cold, everybody that's been getting sick this season has been, it just seems like it lasts for a long time. But even if it is the cold that everybody has, I don't think that this particular one has been as bad as the other ones, which is really good. It does seem like so many people are sick right now. It sounds like I'm sick. I'm actually not sick. I'm just still dealing with all my health stuff that I've been dealing with. So it makes me a little congested here and there, which is always funny during this time. Tiff, I really hope that you are getting better. I'm sure you're already taking it, but vitamin D is my secret weapon for not getting sick and not staying sick if I do get sick. Hi, Tiffany. Merry Christmas. It's nice to see you. Tiffany says, hello, Megan. Lovely fur babies and everybody in the chat. We had a pretty chill Christmas due to flights being canceled. Thank goodness for FaceTime. Were you supposed to go somewhere, Tiffany, or was somebody coming to see you? That's such a bummer. I saw that there were so many flight cancellations. I'm actually supposed to be traveling shortly, and I'm a little bit worried about my flight getting canceled just because it seems like there have been so many cancellations. On the bright side, I did take flying lessons, so if they need any help, I'm sure they'll ask me. I'm just kidding. They won't ask me to fly the plane, but I'm hoping that my flight doesn't get canceled because I'm raring to go with my travel. So we will see what happens. I'm thinking I might do a vlog when I'm traveling. I'm actually supposed to go to Aspen, which I have not been in a super long time. So hoping it works out. I mean, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, right? It'll still be fine. Tipsy says I tested negative for COVID, so I'm still not sure what's going on. I have vitamin C. I'm going to have to take some. Definitely read about vitamin D, Tiff. It's one of the most important things that you can take, especially during this time. But it also helps you just basically not to get so many other things, including autoimmune issues. So it's one of my favorite supplements to take. I was really deficient in it a few years ago, and that was when I got pneumonia, and I just kept getting sick with so many different things. So it's a super helpful one. I hope that it helps you get better really, really quickly. In the summertime, if you get like 20 minutes of full sunlight, you usually don't need to take it. But other than that, it's pretty great to take. To me, I think it's like a wonder supplement. Tiffany Brown says we were supposed to entertain, but the cancellations put an end to that. That's such a bummer. I mean, it's nice that there's FaceTime, but it's definitely just not the same to be, on FaceTime as to be with your friends and family. So I'm sorry about the cancellations. That's such a bummer. I really did have a nice time entertaining, and we watched Scrooged. I got some really nice like champagne and white wine. We made a tenderloin and this delicious salad that my mom always makes. And then I made a homemade key lime pie, which was so delicious, with my little pastel pink KitchenAid mixer that Jeff got me a few years ago. So that was super fun. I haven't made homemade whipped cream in several years, and I forgot how quickly it goes from not being whipped enough to turning into like full butter. So I didn't make, I think, the best whipped cream I've ever made in my life, but the whole experience was really, really fun. And I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Scrooged, but it's kind of an old movie with Bill Murray. Look at this little guy. Don't be so shy. Don't be so shy. You can look. You can look. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Anyway, it was a great movie and I really enjoyed it. Dominic says, "Hey Megan, love your videos. I'm interested to adopt a Yorkie from a local rescue and wanted to ask how long you would be comfortable leaving an adult dog alone." I mean, I don't really leave my dogs alone for long, Dominic. How long were you hoping that you could leave your dog alone for? Generally speaking, I think Yorkies really like to have company. So I don't know. I'd love to hear what you guys think too, but I really don't ever leave my dogs alone. They always have someone with them. The very probably longest that they're ever alone is 2 hours. They just really don't like being by themselves and they get kind of stressed out with it. I know some people are a little bit different, but I find that mine get a little bit upset and their stomachs can get upset and things if they're left alone for too long. So I just always have somebody watching them basically all the time. That's a really great question, though, and I'm so glad that you're thinking about those things. Also, awesome that you want to adopt a Yorkie. There's definitely a lot of different options, that you can have to not leave your dog alone as well, whether it be a dog walker or maybe. So I have basically people that work at my home that help me with different things because I have a lot of different business things going on. And definitely part of the job is always that they watch the babies as well. So it's great because I can multitask a lot of things. But I just know that mine always like to be with someone. Dominic says, generally speaking, not longer than 4 hours. It would only be twice a week regarding my work schedule. I don't think that's bad, and I think that would be something to talk about with the rescue association as well, Dominic. One thing that I like to do if they do need to be by themselves, like I went to the gym for an hour today, and I always leave the television on. I leave things really comfortable. Obviously, make sure you have an alarm and that's set as well, so they're nice and safe. So I think that could be okay though. Also, really good to think about how you leave your dog. So, if you are going to be leaving it alone, just try not to create separation anxiety. So, if you leave, make it really sort of casual and fun. Don't make it emotional, like, bye, I'll be back in a little while. Be like, hey, watch the house for a few minutes. I'll be back soon. I don't know how to describe it, but try not to give your dog too much emotion when you're leaving. Like when I travel, even though I actually do feel emotional about leaving the babies, I never make it emotional to them. So when I leave, even if I feel like I could cry because I really don't like to leave all the babies, I always make it really casual and I'm like, oh, I'll be back shortly. You guys be good babies. And then of course I have someone really great that watches them nonstop. So they're nice and safe and things like that. Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure, Dominic. Thanks so much for stopping by and saying hello. I have a lot of different videos on Yorkies as well with the pros and cons. They do like to bark. So I will say that if barking is a big issue for you, excuse me, it's good to know that they do bark when you leave them alone. I know not everybody's dogs are just like that, but this guy is like the master barker. He's so loud. All he does is bark when I leave him. So when I came back from the gym, I heard him scream barking when I was coming up the elevator to our condo. So always good to know that Yorkies are like that. They're so cute, but they're also little troublemakers. Poppy, can I brush you next? Come here. Lola has seemed a little bit, I don't know if she's seemed under the weather lately, but she seemed just a little bit low energy lately. And I don't know, she hasn't been keeping up on walks and things like that. So I'm paying extra attention to her. I actually thought about bringing her on my trip with me, but I think that I don't know if any of you guys have ever traveled to a place, I bet you have, with high altitude. But Aspen's at a pretty high altitude, so sometimes I don't feel super well when I go there. And I was just afraid that it might be a lot for her to be on a plane and in a new place and without her brother and sister. So I think it would be a little bit selfish of me. So I really did want to bring her, but I think I'm just going to leave her so that she can pop. You need your face brushed, so she can just like rest with her brother and sister and not get too stressed out. Also, I know Jeff and I want to go snowmobiling and do some activities in Aspen, so I just don't want to stress her out because we would probably need to leave her at our apartment in Aspen, and that would be probably pretty stressful for her because we actually never bring her to Aspen. So anyway, I'm gonna be without a puppy, and that's gonna be too bad. But Rochelle, hello, Rochelle. Rochelle says, "Hi, Megan. I have two cats the same age as my Yorkie. The cats don't really play with my Yorkie, and even though she really wants to play with them, would you recommend another Yorkie friend for her?" Um, Rochelle, honestly, I think you could just play with her yourself and she would probably be just as happy. Um, I think the cats are still really great company. And to be honest, once Yorkies get to a certain age, I don't think they play that much with each other anyway. So my Yorkies, Alfie is 4 and the girls are 8, and they really don't really play very much. Um, and no, they don't really want to play with the cat either. I mean, like his way of playing is he jumps on them and bites them, which they're not usually that excited about. And it's just his cat play. He's not mean or anything. It's just like what he does. He's like a prey hunter. But I think that your Yorkie could be just as happy just to have you play with. Did you say it's a she? I think you said yes, it's a she. So I don't think you necessarily have to get her another Yorkie for her to play with, because she'd be just as happy. There's some great toys out there. You can play fetch with her. You can take her on walks and things like that. So I don't think you have to do that necessarily. But thank you for asking. I mean, it's really up to you. I will say, as someone that has 4 animals, it does start to be a lot of animals when you have 4, and they're wonderful. I wouldn't give up a single one of my animals. Obviously, they're my life, they're my everything. But you don't have to do that. But it's really thoughtful that you would even think of it for her. Tiffany says those new cameras are available that allow you to see your fur babies and talk to them. Very true, Tiffany, and that's a great idea as well. And there's dog walkers and people that can come in and check. And also, when you have a really cute animal like a Yorkie, if you have someone that's trusted to you, I wouldn't be surprised if you find that somebody wants to help you take care of your Yorkie as well. Because so many people would love to have a dog, but they don't really have the bandwidth to have a dog on their own. But you might find that there's someone really responsible that wants to check on your dog that would just love to have a little bit of dog time as well. It's not unusual to find that. Hi, Yash. Thanks for saying hi. Guys, thanks so much for hopping on. And I appreciate everybody kind of joining in on the chat. It's always so nice to chat with you guys. If you haven't done so already and you want to hit the like button, that would be amazing. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. It makes such a big difference. I'm actually closing in on the 10,000 subscriber mark, which is so exciting. And yeah, oh, what was that little noise in the kitchen? Not sure. Anyway, so yeah, every little bit makes a huge difference to me, and I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, guys, update. I feel like it's been so long since I've been on here with one of my Yorkie Storytime lives. I got the most beautiful packaging for my sleep masks. So my order just went in this week. It took me a little longer than I thought, but the packaging came out so incredibly beautifully for my sleep masks, and I'm so proud of it. So I'm doing that. I'm also doing, I ordered silk scrunchies as well. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer on the pillowcases just because it's always such an investment to bring in new products. So I can only do a few at a time. And I just got this may have happened when I talked to you guys last, but I was also contacted by a major hotel chain about having my makeup towels in the hotel chain. And there is a woman that is, she works with Costco and she's pitching the makeup towels to Costco right now. So I think it would be really exciting if my little black makeup towels wound up in Costco. And that would get me even closer to my goals of traveling and YouTubing and spending basically like full time with my babies on the road. So anyway, fingers crossed. Say a little prayer for me. I would be so excited if my product wound up in Costco. I think it's such a great store. Um, and I wish I had brought the towels out here so you could see the packaging because it is beautiful. They actually wanted me to send the sample to Costco, but I only have one sample until I get the towels from production, so I can't do that yet. Dominic says, on a different note, a friend of mine has a Yorkie that started biting its paws despite it being fully cleared by the vet. Is that a sign of anxiety? Dominic, I actually think it's a sign of toxicity. So I don't know if you've been on here before, but I think a lot of animals actually just have exposure to a lot of things on the ground because they walk on the ground and they lick their paws and things like that. So I believe that when dogs start itching a lot and having skin problems, licking their paws, biting at their legs, that they actually need to do a detox. So if you look in the description for this video, I have a link to a product line called Polypet. And Polypet is a really gentle product that's meant to detox pets. And I am doing it still with my dogs. I do it really slowly and gently because they had a lot of mold exposure in one of our apartments. And it's definitely helped with, they were licking their paws a lot and things like that before. And it has helped a great deal with that. So I know it's not what vets talk about, but unfortunately, there's not a lot of knowledge about the fact that people and pets are exposed to a lot of toxic chemicals, fragrances, pesticides, plastics, things like that. So I would recommend a really gentle detox. And also perhaps adding some supportive minerals as the puppy detoxes. Um, I actually use Dr. Dobius's minerals. I just got the vitamins and minerals because my dogs have been doing the detox, and I've been doing the human version of the detox with them. And you definitely need more minerals as you do those detoxes because it tends to take a lot out of your body. Um, but it's been working super, super well for me, which is great. Hope that was helpful. Sorry for I feel like I have pretty long winded answers, but probably also because I am talking so much because I'm brushing at the same time. This little beautiful girl, I wish you guys could see how cute she is. She's like, Poppy is my sweetest, sweetest little girl. Let me see if I can show you. Let's show that little pretty face. Who is this good girl? She's got the sweetest face. She's got the sweetest face. Yes, she does. She's a good girl. Tiffany says that is awesome news. Costco is just as awesome as QVC. I shop at Costco a lot in stores and online. I agree, Tiffany. I think Costco is amazing. They always have such high quality products, and I think they have really good deals, but very high quality, which I like. So, yeah, I would be really, really excited. I shop at Costco. I love it. I think they always have really good merchandise. So, I would be very excited. Dominique, absolutely, you're welcome. And yeah, the poly pet is really great. Just what I would let her know is just to do it really, really slowly. As a human that detoxes, as you start, you have to go kind of slowly because you don't feel well at the start because it is pulling so many things out. So this little baby definitely had the hardest time out of all of my dogs starting the detox. And if you notice your dog feeling any worse, just give it a few days off and then restart again. But it is such a helpful thing for them. I'm just going to brush Lola for a few minutes and then we're going to go on our walk in just a couple minutes as well. There you go, puppy. Let's get that little bum brushed too. She's so pretty. I'm so excited to go snowmobiling. Hopefully, if I make it to Aspen to go snowmobiling. I haven't been snowmobiling since I was in my 20s, living in New Hampshire, and my little brother and I used to go together. Come on, Luz. Come on, you're the last one. Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Come on. Oh, look at this. Look at that little face. Good girl. Hello, Megan. It's nice to see you today. Thanks for hopping on. Megan said, "Hi, Megan. We ended up not being able to get our Yorkie puppy because of logistical issues, but I'll keep your advice in mind for next time and look for a Yorkshire Terrier Club of America breeder. I'm so sorry that you weren't able to get your Yorkie, but I'm sure that something else will work out and it will be just the right thing. Also, look for Yorkies that need to be adopted too, because I do think that, I saw so many people getting puppies in the last year or two, and I just think that not all the people are going to keep their dogs because sadly, not everybody thinks about what a big commitment, a Yorkie or a dog is. So I also really suggest looking at the different rescues because there's going to be some absolutely amazing, amazing dogs out there that need homes. So that can be a really, really great way to do it as well. I wonder why she has short pieces mixed in with her hair. So funny. I'm thinking maybe somebody accidentally cut it with the scissors when they were taking her elastic out because she's got some really short little pieces here. Lola, you're such a good girl. She is my little spirit animal. Hi, Poppy. What are you doing? Everybody has been so lazy since Christmas. They're just like laying around and getting tons of rest and things. Oh, Lols, you're so pretty. What are you doing, Pops? You're welcome, Megan. I know something. Oh, Poppy, I see what you're doing. I do hope that something works out for you soon, but I'm sure it definitely will. Uh-oh, I just saw Poppy scooting. I haven't seen her do that in so long. Lola has the hardest face to brush. I feel like she always has a little bit more goopies around her eyes than the other ones do. Boy, they look so much better after I finish brushing them every day. I feel like you can finally see their faces, and oh my gosh, it just makes such a big difference. So I got invited over to one of my clients' homes for dinner the other night, and it was such a nice experience. It was really funny because I don't do that much these days, and I don't know if this has happened to anyone else, but because I don't really do that much, I almost got anxious about going to someone's house for dinner. No, I wasn't anxious about being there, as in like scared to be there, but I actually felt a little bit shy, as if I had forgotten how to be a guest. But it turned out to be super, super fun. She's a great hostess and just made me feel right at home. And her family was there, and we had a super nice dinner. She made delicious salmon with a teriyaki sauce and rice and vegetables. And then after that, she had 3 kinds of cake, which was totally, totally delicious. And we played some card games for a little while. So it was a pretty great time. She also told me she's going to be moving to San Diego, which I was sad about because she's a client and a friend. So anyway, I'm sad that she's going to be moving, but I'm happy that I got to come over to her home, for dinner and things like that before she left. It was a really great time, and some people are just such great entertainers. I wish that I was a more skilled entertainer. I feel like maybe it's something to work on for the new year. I always say that my New Year's resolution is going to be proofreading better when I send texts, and then I never do it. So maybe it'll be to be a better entertainer. Who knows? Lola, good girl. What are you doing down there, Poppy? She's very, very busy. I watched the entire season of Emily in Paris. I don't know if you guys have watched that show at all, but I literally ripped through it in 2 days. I felt like it, I don't know how many episodes it had, but it doesn't seem like it had a lot of episodes because it went so quickly. I don't know if anyone else binge watches sometimes, but I'm pretty guilty of binge watching shows. I never watch like one episode of anything. I usually just like have episodes on while I'm editing or doing something else, and I wind up watching way more than I ever intended to. Do any of you guys have any New Year's plans? Are you having any friends or family over? Anything like that? I don't know. I'm not really a big New Year's person. Um, I think Jeff and I will probably, I don't know, we'll probably go skiing or something that day. But I don't really know what we will actually do. I'm sure it'll be a great day though. And as long as we're together, we always have fun. So yes, I had already watched the first season of it. And I just watched the second season, but I'm honestly going to watch it again. Because I feel like I just went through so quickly and I didn't necessarily watch everything really closely. My only gripe about the show is I feel like um I think I can say this on my live stream, but I feel like they didn't really have to have her sleep with everybody she went on a date with. Call me old fashioned, but like it was a really good show. I think she's really cute. I like all the relationship drama and the funny things and the Paris, scenery. But I'm like, I think they could have maybe not had her sleep with everybody that she went on a date with. That would have been, if I wrote the show, I maybe wouldn't have written it that way. But, I'm a little bit conservative, so who knows? Um, Tiffany, it's so hard not to binge watch them, especially because I feel like now when you're watching, they just keep going and going. So it's not even like you have to, I mean, I guess like for every 6 episodes, you have to tell it you want to keep watching, but it just like, oh, look at this little lion of mine. You're so pretty, Lola. That's my good girl. Yes. But yeah, it's really easy to binge watch. Hi, Momo. Thanks for joining us. That's awesome that you have a Yorkie. Welcome. I bet he hates it. Yeah, they're not really big fans of that. Do you do it every day, Momo? Or do you go for a few days and then do it? I find that as long as you do it every day, it never really has time to like form a more solid crust, which is when dogs really hate it because I think it hurts them more. But if you do it every single day, they tend to not mind it quite as much because it's a little bit more gentle when you're just removing a little bit of eye gunk and it doesn't have time to form like a solid thing. She doesn't like it when I brush her back. Megan, that's so funny that you feel the same way. Like, I think it was a really great show and I really liked it, but I was like, I think they probably could have done without that. And also, it makes it look like that's the way that everybody should date. And I don't know. I feel like if that's the way that people date, they're probably going to be really sad all the time. That's just like, I don't think there's anybody that could actually date like that and not care or, I don't know, or feel good about it. So I was like, maybe we could make it a little more conservative, just more about romance. Um, but it was still a really cute show. I still really enjoyed it. Well, guys, I think I'm going to bring the babies out on a little walk. It's getting a little bit dark and a little bit later here, but I'm so glad that I got to talk to you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in to see me and the babies today. I always really love chatting with you guys. Megan, I hope you find a Yorkie breeder or somebody that has a great dog to adopt. Just an idea too, Megan, sometimes the Yorkie breeders have older dogs that they're retiring that were mama dogs and they want them to go to really good homes. So that's another idea for you. I will say I got Alfie when he was 2.5 and Poppy was 1.5 when I got her, and I don't love them any less than Lola, although I do love Lola a whole lot, and she is my spirit animal, little baby. Um, Anywho, well, guys, it was so nice to see you. I hope you all have a super nice new year. And I'm probably not going to bring my computer with me to Aspen just because it's like so big, and I always worry about breaking it because it's so powerful and things like that. So I always just leave it so that I don't lose it or break it. But so great to talk to you guys. I will see you guys soon. Stay healthy and stay beautiful. And Happy New Year and Merry belated Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all those good things. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye, guys.